A few days ago, I drove out to watch the sunset. Nothing planned, I just had an hour free and the sky looked like it was about to do something. I parked, walked up to a small hill, sat down in the grass, and watched the whole thing happen. Orange turning pink, turning that deep blue that only lasts a couple minutes before it's just night. And the entire time, I was thinking about Monday. Not the sunset. Monday. A meeting I had, an email I hadn't sent yet, something my landlord said that I needed to follow up on. The sky was doing the slow, quiet, completely free thing in front of me, and my brain was somewhere 4 days ahead, running through a checklist that didn't even need to exist yet. I caught myself doing it, and tried to pull back into the moment. I looked at the colors again. Maybe lasted 20 seconds before I was back on Monday. I wasn't even doing anything productive while I sat there. I wasn't getting ahead on the email or solving the landlord thing. I was just rehearsing a future that hadn't happened yet, for no reason, while a real thing was happening right in front of me. For free, one time, never again exactly like that. I think most of us live in a version of this every day. You're at dinner with your family and you're thinking about the drive home. You're on the drive home thinking about the thing you have to do when you get there. You get there and you're thinking about tomorrow. And tomorrow, when it finally shows up, doesn't feel like arriving anywhere. It just becomes the new thing you're rushing through to get to the day after that. The future you're so focused on never actually arrives as a destination. It just keeps becoming the present, over and over, and the present keeps getting treated like a hallway instead of a room. You're always walking through it to get somewhere else. And the strange part is, the moments you skip past like that are the ones you'd actually want back later. Nobody lays in bed at 80 years old replaying the email they sent on a Tuesday. People replay sunsets, they replay dinners, they replay the 5 minutes where nothing was happening and nobody needed anything from them. There's a reason people say their years go by faster as they get older, and it's not just a saying. It tracks how we actually experience time, because so much of adult life runs on repeated routine, and routine doesn't leave much behind to remember. A year of new, different days feels long while you're living it and looks long when you glance back. A year of the same commute, the same desk, the same scroll before bed blurs into nothing, even though you were there for all of it. So if you spend the sunset thinking about Monday, you don't actually get Monday done any faster. You just lose the sunset and still have to deal with Monday on Monday. You get nothing back for the trade. We're not skipping the present because it's useful to skip it. We're skipping it out of habit, because planning feels like doing something, and being still feels like doing nothing. I stayed on that hill a little longer than I meant to, not because I solved anything about Monday. I didn't. The email still wasn't sent. But I watched the last of the blue fade out before I stood up. And that's the part I actually remember now. You don't get that sunset back, or tonight, or this exact part of your one life. Monday will still be there tomorrow, whether you spend tonight thinking about it or not. So you might as well actually be where you are while you're there.